Let's make candy corn Rice Krispies. Because candy corn is the best. Half stick of butter. Yeah! Once the butter's melted, 1 bag mini marshmallows, then stir till it looks like this. Now 6 cups Rice Krispies and that ooey gooey marshmallow. Divide into 3 and add your food coloring. If you're gonna make these, add your coloring to the marshmallow first. Bang! Sign up for a 6-month trial of Prime Student at no cost. You'll get free 2-hour grocery delivery so you can make Rice Krispies like these. Almost as good as candy corn. Don't yuck my yum.
MSG is not optional.
That's what good pussy. Let's make ramen fried rice. Add some oil, then get it nice and toasty. Add some leftover rice, MSG, soy sauce, a little pepper. Add on that fried rice, then a few green onions, and a couple sesame seeds. I'll never make fried rice without ramen again. I saw it and had to try it, so...
Let's do some cooking.
Clean boy.
You guys are fake as hell because when I styled my hair like this, nobody said anything. I literally look like I'm about to sell real estate. Today, we'll be making some bang bang shrimp, starting off with the sauce. Combine all the ingredients until you get something like this, and now it's time to move on to the shrimp. It's a 2-bowl breading situation. The first bowl is going to be cornstarch, and the second one is going to be panko breadcrumbs with seasoning. Take your shrimp and cover it with buttermilk. This will pretty much ensure the batter sticks on during the frying process. And now it's time to frickin' bread. Take your shrimp into the cornstarch, back into the buttermilk, into the panko, and finally into our hot oil. You want to fry it until it looks like a Cheeto puff. That's how you know it's done. I drizzled my sauce on it and tossed it a little bit. Maybe a little bit too much because one of my shrimps went flying. I still ate it though, but wait, why did I admit that? I did not eat it. And there you have it, the best bang bang shrimp that I've ever had in my entire life. Well, it's the only one that I've ever had in my life because I don't even know what fucking places sell this. But yeah, it was good.
Let's turn Chick-fil-A Chinese. These are good, but they can be better. Slice up your chicken. Now get it nice and crispy, just like that. For our sauce, Polynesian, hoisin, chili crisp, rice vinegar, soy sauce, then just a pinch of sugar. Stir on high heat till it looks like this. Finish with some fresh ginger. Add your chicken, then drizzle on that sauce. Don't forget the sesame and a few green onions. That's what good chicken sounds like.
Yo, we really just turned Chick-fil-A Chinese.
I had some leftovers, so...
Let's make Korean fried chicken.
Today is the first episode of the Thanksgiving series, and we're starting off strong yet simple with mashed potatoes, so this is how I made them. You're going to begin by peeling, cutting, and washing your potatoes. I used around 4 pounds. You want to add your potatoes as well as 10 to 20 cloves of garlic, depending on how strong you want that garlic flavor to pull through, to a pot of water, and you want to bring it to a boil until it's nice and fork tender, like so. And then you're going to drain your potatoes and add it to a clean bowl, or you can use the same bowl, and then add in all of your additional ingredients. I'm using both Parmesan and Asiago cheese just because I believe they complement each other so beautifully, but you can keep it just Parmesan if you'd like. You want to mash your potatoes until it's at the consistency that you prefer. Taste it, see if you'd like to add any more of whatever ingredient, and then you're ready to plate it. I also added 2 tablespoons of melted butter with a little bit of garlic powder mixed in just because I wanted to enforce that garlic flavor even more, and you're done.
Don't yuck my yum. 맛있어.
Today's recipe is inspired by the beautiful Emily Mariko because she buys these beautiful egg pastries from the farmer's market on Sundays, and I really wanted to see if I could recreate them. The most important part of the recipe is to bring a pot of water to a boil, and once it reaches a boil, you want to gently add in 12 eggs, and then you want to boil them for no longer than 4 minutes. We want a very soft boil, and then add them straight into an ice bath. Here I'm adding 7 eggs plus 1 egg white, as well as 1 cup of grapeseed oil, and making sure I mix that very well. And then we're going to add in 1 cup of sour cream, and then mix that one more time. Next, we're going to add in 4 cups of sifted AP flour, and we want to do it in sections. We want to add it in very slowly, and then we're going to add in the rest of our ingredients. In a second here, I'm going to be adding in a half a tablespoon of baking powder, as well as 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And next for our cheeses, I'm adding a cup of freshly grated Parmesan and Asiago because the owner of Craftsman and Wolves, which is where Emily buys the muffins, loves the combination of both of those. After adding in the rest of your ingredients, you want to make sure everything is mixed well, and then we're going to start adding our batter into our little muffin tins. And in the interview that I read, the owner of the bakery liked to pipe in his batter, so that's what I did. And then you also want to flour your soft-boiled egg after you peeled it, add it in, and then you want to pipe on some more batter and smooth it out. We're going to bake our muffins at 455 for about 17 to 19 minutes. You don't really want to go past 20 minutes because we want our egg to be nice and runny. And then just serve it with some Tabasco salt like the bakery recommends, and you're done.
Let's do some cooking.
How to make creamy mushroom udon. You can use any type of mushroom you like. I'm using shiitake mushroom and cremini mushroom. Pour hot water over the udon. Without any oil, add in the mushroom. Soy sauce. Saute the mushrooms for 2 to 3 minutes. Butter. White parts of the green onion. Minced garlic. Saute together for 1 to 2 minutes. Dashi stock. Pour in milk or cream. Simmer for 1 to 2 minutes. Add in the udon. Black pepper. Simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Optional but highly recommended. Finish off with some butter to make it extra creamy. Look at that.
Vegan chickpea nuggets, let's go. If you love crispy chicken nuggets but need a plant-based version without the meat, your mind is actually going to be blown that these are made from chickpeas. Form the chickpea mixture into nuggets, dip them in dairy-free milk, then roll them in breadcrumbs. Throw them in the air fryer for the crispiest vegan chicken nuggets. The best part is that they're filled with fiber and protein. You won't believe these frittata egg muffins are vegan. Instead of eggs, these are made with chickpea flour, believe it or not. It surprisingly makes a very egg-like consistency. If you love a savory breakfast or are someone who needs quick, easy, grab-and-go plant-based snack ideas, these are perfect. I suggest meal prepping a batch of these at the beginning of the week. Just pop one in the microwave or toaster oven whenever you need a protein boost. This is a 1-bowl recipe and takes less than 10 minutes to prep. Just add the egg mixture to a muffin pan, then bake. Tag your healthy bestie you want to make these with and follow for more plant-based recipes.
Here's everything that I've made in my kitchen this week. We're starting off with manakish, which is basically just cheese bread, but it's amazing. Next, I showed you guys how to make shakshuka, and you guys recreated this a ton. I was so happy. And I really wanted to share a comforting meal this week because it was the first week of October, and there's no better month to start eating more comforting meals than October. So I made a garlic bread grilled cheese, and I paired it with the perfect tomato soup. Now, this one right here is my favorite from the entire week. I made peach cobbler danishes, and they came out so beautiful. They tasted amazing, and I highly recommend making this one. I promise you'll feel like a Disney princess. And for the last recipe of the week, I showed you guys another favorite, which was garlic sauce, and I paired it with shawarma, chicken shawarma, but hopefully I'll have a meat shawarma recipe up soon. And then for the test recipe of the week, I was experimenting with a new brownie recipe, and we'll have it up soon, hopefully, as well. And all the other recipes are already on my page.
Oof. How to make the best vegetarian spring rolls. Chop up the cabbage, add in salt, set it aside for 10 minutes. Shiitake mushrooms, green onion, sliced carrots, soy sauce. Saute together for 2 to 3 minutes. Squeeze out all the excess water. Add in sauteed veggies, cilantro, vermicelli noodle, vegetarian oyster sauce, mushroom powder, white pepper. Mix together. We got 1 piece of wrapper. Add the filling near the middle. Roll the bottom up. Fold in the 2 sides. We're gonna tuck and roll. To close off, we're gonna use a little bit of flour and water mixture. Like this. Fry for 4 to 5 minutes until crispy and golden brown. Look at that.
I'm Sakura. Ah! Water Dragon Jutsu! Summoning Jutsu! Scallion! Shadow Clone Jutsu! How am I still doing D-rank missions? Grab a kunai. Make a divot, fill with tuna, shape it. Nice. Seaweed, rice, sesame seeds, extra tuna, a single scallion. Perfection. This onigiri is the best. Believe it.
Look at that shrimp filling. How to make shrimp wontons. Hand chop these prawns like this. Add in green onion, grate in ginger, white pepper, dashi powder, sesame oil, cornstarch, egg white, mix together. Take one piece of wrapper, add the filling in the middle, water on the end, fold it in half, fold the top part down, more water on the two bottom corners, and connect the two bottom ends like this. These can last in the freezer up to 2 months. There are many ways to enjoy these. You can either fry them or boil them.
Look at that.
Bam! Ah! Fry 'em. Ah! Mirror. The vortex! Top with the sauce. Clean Spam can. Looking good.
It's actually pretty good.
Fancy mushroom and sage stuffing. Oh, this is moist, baby. Couple day-old bread, cut into small dice. Dry it out into the oven, 300 degrees for about 15-20 minutes. Work in batches or divide among pans. Heat, medium heat, 1 stick butter, divided. 12 ounces wild mushrooms, because you're fancy. Divide the mushrooms. Leeks, clean them really well. They're dirty. About 1.5 cups. Divide the celery. Finocchio. Divide it. Kosher salt. Pepper. Divide the thyme. 2 tablespoons. Saute until tender, 6 to 8 minutes. A little dry, add a little avocado oil. 3 tablespoons. Divide the sage. Add the garlic. Saute until you can smell it. About 1 minute. Cut the heat. Let it cool. 3 eggs. Whisk. Add the veg. Make sure they're cool. 7 cups. My homemade chicken stock. 2¼ cups. Let it set to absorb all that great flavor. Butter a 2-quart baking dish. More butter. Relax. It's Thanksgiving. 30 minutes, even up to 6 hours. Cover, refrigerate it. I've even done it overnight. Into the oven, 350 degrees until golden, hot, and bubbly. 35 to 40 minutes.
So I'm making fried rice with just leftover shrimp and day-old rice. I have garlic and butter. Gonna mix it in. Reheat up this shrimp and veggies and the rice. 2 eggs in there. Mash it together. And some soy sauce. I'm going to put some salt, pepper, and garlic powder and onion powder. A little bit of
Today we make shrimp fra diavolo. It's spicy. Extra large shrimp, peeled into veins. Save the shells. Dry them really, really well. Kosher salt lightly. Pepper. 1/4 teaspoon cayenne. 2 tablespoons all-purpose flour. Toss. 6 cloves garlic. Whack 2 minced 4. Divide it. 3 tablespoons olive oil. Add the whacked garlic. Add the shrimp. Gentle sizzle. 1 minute. Don't touch it. Just like that. About 45 seconds. Remove 1 long hot. Minced. Leave the seeds. Don't be a wimp. Add the onion and the pepper. Saute until tender. A couple minutes. Kosher salt. Pepper. Minced garlic. Saute 30 seconds. Pepper cup. Good white wine. Reduce by half. About 1 minute. Fresh crushed tomatoes. In. Kosher salt. Remember, they're tomatoes. Pepper. 1½ teaspoon dry basil. Yes, dry. It's a basil boost. Couple fresh. Stir. Add the shells. They add great flavor. Simmer 25 minutes. Remove the shells. Give it a blitz. Return the shrimp. Basil, because you're fancy. Parsley, because you're extra fancy. It's all you need, baby.
When I was in college, I always meal prepped to save myself time and money, and this was my favorite thing to make. They're homemade teriyaki bowls that are so delicious and really easy to whip up. There's basically 2 parts. You're going to make the marinade, and then you're going to take your chicken thighs or chicken breast and season it with just salt and black pepper. I'm going to use my favorite olive oil to sear the chicken until it's beautifully golden, and then glaze it in our teriyaki sauce. I like to enjoy it with some rice, grilled pineapple, avocado, and of course some spicy mayo on top.
Make California rolls for your kids' lunchbox. Start with 2 cups of short grain rice, rinse and then add 2½ cups of water. Then mix in rice vinegar, sugar, and salt. Spread rice evenly on the nori, sprinkle sesame seeds, and then flip over. Next, add crab, cucumber, and avocado. Lastly, tuck and roll, leaving some of the edge open to remove the plastic and roll again to enclose everything tightly. With a sharp knife, gently slice back and forth and cut into 8 equal sections. Now time to pack the school lunch. I have watermelon mango in the first container, and then in the second and third container I have the California rolls. And lastly, soy sauce and matcha Kit Kat bars. Follow me for more lunch ideas.
Today we're gonna make my favorite takeout Mongolian beef at home and even better. Best part is, it only takes about 15 minutes to make. So if you've watched Birds of Prey Harley Quinn on HBO Max, you probably know that she always orders Mongolian beef and asks for it extra spicy. So of course I was craving it and had to make it. For our sauce, we're gonna use some low sodium soy sauce, water, garlic, ginger, chili paste, and brown sugar. Then we'll take our flank steak that was coated in cornstarch and black pepper and fried to crispy perfection. Toss it back into the sauce along with some scallions and dried chilies. Serve it with some steamed rice, and all that's left to do is enjoy.